project tractor that we have here. Got a lot of work that needs to be done to it. At some point the hydraulics stopped working, so we need to find out what's wrong with that. It's probably clogged up, because if you saw the oil change video where we changed the fluid, there was a lot of water that came out of this tractor. And to get to the hydraulic pump, you have to take that back end of it off, which is why it's taking so long to get back around to this project. A lot of stuff needs to be taken apart, and I'd rather take it apart and have it back together as soon as possible than take it apart and have stuff laying around, because at that point, that's how jobs never get finished. So to get that back end off, we had this arm, that yellow arm right there. It went from here all the way to here on both sides of the tractor. The hydraulic pump, PTO powered hydraulic pump, was on here. Those were just 2 screws that came out. And then you have this, it was also mounted at the bottom on that. So it took a little while to get this thing off, but I think I got it off, and where it's holding itself up, this thing's like 1,500 pounds. And just pick it up, had to use a jack. But we got it disconnected, and now the only thing we have to get rid of are these hoses. So this hydraulic filter that I changed in the hydraulic oil video is not the main hydraulic filter, even though I thought it was. The main hydraulic filter is in behind that cover, and this is just an external oil filter, most likely just for those hydraulics. So I'm gonna take this loose completely and cap it off. But here's how this works. Oil came out of here, through this line, down this line. It went down this line into the hydraulic pump. It came out of the hydraulic pump, and it went back to the controller, or at least the main. So that hose comes back. It hoses right here, and it went into here. And I'm assuming this is probably like a cutoff of some sort. I'm not sure, but you should be able to, since I'm taking this off right now, we're not going to need this. So I'm going to actually unscrew it here and just save this for whenever I need to hook that thing back up again. But anyway, this is probably just an on-off switch, whether it'll let fluid flow through or not. I'm not quite sure. The fluid may have came back through here. I'm not sure. This may be an and or option. But anyway, it went in through here, came back out here, came back out this bigger hose, and went back through the tractor, down at the bottom here. It went into the tractor, which powered all the other rigging and stuff, because they're all rigged. And then whenever all that passes through, it comes back out, and it goes back into the tractor right here. So this is where it starts, and this is where it ends. But I need to cap this off, I need to cap this off, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Eventually I'll get back around to this. This attachment for me is useful, but at the moment, having a tractor in general that works is more useful than having no tractor at all. So I just need the tractor right now. So we gotta fix it. So let's get started. Alright, so I'm gonna wait before I cap this thing off, or at least twist it off, because if I twist it off, all the hydraulic fluid is gonna come out. So for right now, we're gonna leave this like this. There we go. Let's at least cover it up, so you do not want stuff falling in there, even though I'm gonna clean the whole thing out anyway. Alright, so next, let's just go ahead and disconnect this. Not really sure if that's all plugged or not. Alright, so we got this thing off, it just threaded right off. So I'll need to plug that hole, and I'll need to get a plug for this, but more than likely I'm going to have to take this to the parts store with me, so that way we can get the right size bolt that'll plug that hole. Alright, so next we just need to disconnect that, and that's the last hose, and we can leave everything else here. So let me figure out, I don't know if it has another swivel on it or not. So we got this off, but unfortunately it broke. But so it's probably gonna need replacing soon anyway. It's obviously an old hose, it's an old tractor. It didn't have a swivel fitting on this end, so I just kept turning it, which I probably shouldn't have, and that's why it twisted and then broke the hose. I thought I can get it off, but I probably should have just came over here, because it looked like it has not this hose, that hose definitely don't need replacing, but the hose behind it, I don't know if this is like a quick connect fitting or not. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but this big old hose, I guess this is like a quick connect fitting, but I don't know if it slides up and then it comes out. But anyways, yeah, it's already loose now because it's broke, so we got it off. We got it off. We can worry about this other stuff later. That's the main thing. The main thing is just getting it off. Now we just need to find something that'll the same with it's just a plug to plug that hole, and to plug this hole for the filter if we take it off, and then plug this hole right here. like this hole right here. So I'm gonna go figure that out, and I'll get back with y'all. Alright guys, so we are back from Napa Auto Parts because they had all the bolts we needed. I figured they would have them. Figured they would have what we needed. Our Napa Auto Parts is pretty good around here, especially with anything involving a tractor. So I've got my yellow thread tape for oil and petroleum based products. You don't want to use the white. You want to use something that's for oil, gasoline type stuff. I'll thread them up and I'll get them on there. Alright, so we got all 3 bolts on. That's about as far as it's gonna go on. I can take it off and cut it in half, and that way it'll be closer to it. I may do that later on, but to me right now it's not a big deal. Got this one on. This one's the same way, but it's on there good. This one's on there good, and then this one's on here good. So alright, so that's gonna be it for this video. The next video, which will be very soon, I'm gonna move this out and I'm gonna wash it off real good before I open up any of this stuff, because there's a lot of dirt and oil and stuff, and all this needs to be cleaned before I open up the inside. If I'm gonna clean the inside out, I want to try and keep stuff from falling in there while I'm trying to clean it out. So yeah, all these hoses now are disconnected. I'm gonna put something on that hose so that way something doesn't go in it, but more than likely whenever I try and get this, I'm probably gonna redo all these hoses, because he's got hoses connected to galvanized metal piping that went and connected back to piping again. But you know, I guess if it worked, it worked. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.